fellow creepers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here, and beekos. Welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. So, in the last one, beekos, as you can see, we completed the Deadlands and Fargrave chapter, but we did unlock, unexpectedly, a side quest known as the Last Ambition, as you can see there on the top right of the screen. So, in this one, we will be finishing that up. Coming right over here to the reformatory. Now, I did say that we might end up doing this with my boyfriend, but I was getting impatient, and he still needs to complete Blackwood. But anyways, let's get this pop stand started. Let's see. Okay, we're going the right way. Let's get this, scenic locale.
Don't just stand there, Scampfoot. Hide!
Alright.
This is it. A wisp. Let's follow it.
Still thinking the anchorite might be one of the ambitions.
This is what the Longhouse Emperors expected when they made their bargain with Mehrunes Dagon. That looks like some sort of forge. I wonder if it still works. Did you hear that?
Emperor.
It sounded like it came from the furnace. The furnace door is sealed tight. Why would my amulet lead us here?
Open the door. Your Emperor commands it.
The same voice from my memory. Emperor Morikar. There's a discharge labrum there. We need to find and charge some lucents. I think we can open the furnace door by using lucents. I want to see what's inside. See if that voice really belongs to Emperor Morikar. It certainly sounded like the voice from my memory. Let's find some lucents and figure out how this works.
Remind me about using the lucents.
You need to find some lucents, preferably charged ones. Otherwise, you need a dynamis font to charge them. Then place a charged lucent in the correct discharge labrum to release the energy and make something happen.
And what do you think will happen?
In this case, I think it will ignite the furnace and open the door. That's my best guess, anyway.
Here we are. Open sesame.
Door opened. All I see is a chunk of slag.
Release us. Obey your Emperor.
There's no doubt about it. The voice came out of that chunk of slag. And it sounds just like Emperor Morikar's voice from my memory. He wants us to free him. Do you think we should?
We came here to find the souls of the Longhouse Emperors. Any thoughts on how to set them free?
You've seen this place. It's all about torture. I think they fused the souls of the Emperors into that chunk of metal. Seems like a fitting punishment for anyone who incurred Mehrunes Dagon's wrath. But we need to free them to talk to them.
Any idea how we can accomplish that?
We need to ignite the furnace to melt the slag. I spotted 2 more discharge labrums. If we take that charged lucent and stick it in one, that might get us halfway there. We'll need to find a second lucent, though.
Let's go.
There are 2 other discharge labrums. If we can find another lucent, we might be able to ignite the furnace.
Huh? That was weird.
The furnace ignited. Good job.
Released at last. Who must we thank for our freedom?
This is not freedom. No, simply a respite from the darkness. I remember the traitors at my gates, the blade of the usurper slicing through my flesh. But I hid them away. I did my best to fulfill the bargain.
Who are you?
I am Leovic, last of the Longhouse Emperors. But who are you? You have the stink of the traitorous Varen about you. That snake. I knew he was coming. I knew
Varen?
I had to take action. Preserve the plan. Keep the secret. Salvage the contingency.
Tell me about this
It
plan.
started with my grandfather. But it was my father who passed the responsibility to me. It was all part of the bargain the Black Drake made with Mehrunes Dagon. We would prepare the 4 ambitions, and in return, our family would rule forever.
Is he talking about Varen Aquilarius? The prophet? Interesting. So what happened?
I took action. I moved the ambitions to new vaults. Safe vaults. But before I could do more, the usurper murdered me. And how did Mehrunes Dagon reward me? By locking me away in a block of metal. And the secret of the Longhouse Emperors died with me.
Okay, it's very interesting.
I still taste the blood of my enemies, those I crushed beneath my heel. This prison is an insult. I am a conqueror, a god in my own right. My teeth have shred the flesh of hundreds, thousands. I demand the respect I deserve.
Who are you?
Has the mortal world already forgotten the name of Durkaroch, the Black Drake? First of the Longhouse Emperors. The plan was mine. Mine! The blood of the Reach sings with fury in my veins. How dare Mehrunes Dagon betray my legacy?
Mehrunes Dagon is my enemy. Tell me about this plan of yours.
Lies. You have the tongue of a liar, and I will rip it from your mouth. I will not be swayed by your words. I won't let you betray me. The power promised by the Pact is mine by right. You cannot have it. Away with you!
An eternity of agony. This was not what the Prince of Destruction promised. I did everything the Black Drake commanded. Everything the High Priest instructed. And I gave precise orders to my son. So why the torture? And why is the weapon here?
Emperor Morikar? I need to ask you about your daughter.
Daughter? You mean weapon? Why have you brought her here? You cannot let her fall into the hands of Mehrunes Dagon. He reneged on his promise to us. I see no reason to keep our part of the bargain now.
Weapon? What are you talking about?
You did not know? The girl is one of the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon.
Called
She's not
it!
like the other 3. Oh, no. I made a few modifications of my own to the High Priest's ritual. She is not just an ambition. She is my contingency.
Contingency?
An emperor never relies on a single strategy. We were promised power if we delivered the ambitions at the appointed time, but Daedric princes are not to be trusted. So I prepared Mairead as a weapon that could deal with Dagon, should the need arise.
Deal with Mehrunes Dagon? How?
My daughter, the 4th ambition. She's the key. Along with the other ambitions, she can call forth the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That was my contingency. In case the Prince of Destruction lied, and we needed to send him back to the Deadlands.
Is this true? Is the Anchorite really the 4th ambition?
The Anchorite? Is that what you call Mairead? Use her. Her and the ambitions. Bring my vengeance to the prince who betrayed us. Go to the Isle of Joys, a retreat not far from here. All the details are there. Ah, someone comes. My ambitions.
The other ambitions? Where?
I'm an ambition? One of those people Lyrinth was talking about? How is that possible?
We are not property or playthings, Morikar.
Sombrin, no!
You are what we created you to be.
You wanted a weapon? Then taste my power!
Why?
Hey, friend. We better talk.
Oh my god, Evely, you bitch! Oh my god! Evely.
I almost decided not to accompany Lyrinth, but now I'm glad she insisted. How else would I have gotten the opportunity to punish the Longhouse Emperors for what they did to us? Finding the last ambition? That's just a welcome surprise.
Why did you destroy the souls of the Emperors? We could have learned more from them.
I have no interest in more of their lies, and neither should you. I gave the Longhouse Emperors exactly what they wanted. My power. Besides, they'll reform in this place eventually. I just couldn't allow them to corrupt the last ambition.
What do you mean, corrupt?
Those men were evil when they were alive. Do you think an existence of torture in the Deadlands would change that? The last ambition needs to learn from Kalia and me. I sense that same power inside her that courses through us. We belong together.
Emperor Morikar suggested there was a way to defeat Mehrunes Dagon using the ambitions.
A fantasy. We can't hope to stand against the Prince of Destruction. Look, I've learned a lot since last we spoke. Too much to explain and too little that you would understand. It's time for the ambitions to take our destiny in our own hands.
I didn't think Sombrin was going to do something so dramatic. You have to forgive him. He's been very intense lately.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure how else to describe it. When we first arrived in the Deadlands, he insisted he could help me control my powers, that I could practice without fear of hurting anyone. But lately he's been different. Almost desperate.
Elaborate for me,
He
Kalia.
spends most of his time reading that strange book, searching desperately for answers. He's obsessed with our power, trying so hard to understand it. But the more frustrated he gets, the more he pulls away. And now, this... I'm worried about him.
I don't like the sounds of this. What was that about a strange book?
You must remember, the book Evely gave him, Lyrinth called it the Mysterium Xarxis. He's become obsessed with it. He's sure the answer to controlling our powers hides somewhere among its pages, and he pores over them at every opportunity.
You think the book is affecting him the way it bothered Evely?
Not in the same way. I don't think he's having dreams or anything. Sombrin's always been passionate, but since Destron died, his rage has been growing, and the frustration and desperation makes that rage harder, sharper. And what he just did...
Have you talked to Sombrin about any of this?
I've tried, but he wants to protect me. He doesn't want to burden me with the weight he's carrying. I think he needs to work this out for himself. I just hope he can do that soon, before he lets that rage and frustration destroy him.
I've been there.
That man, Sombrin, he seems familiar. But why did he destroy the Emperors? There was so much more I wanted to ask, especially of Morikar. I can't quite bring myself to call him father. But what Morikar said, is it true? Am I an ambition?
That seems to be the case. Maybe you should talk to Sombrin and Kalia about this.
Maybe. But familiar or not, they're still strangers. We came here for answers. And while I learned something, it feels like all I got was more questions.
Emperor Morikar said it was possible to use the ambitions to defeat Mehrunes Dagon.
Right. Morikar said the answers were waiting at the Isle of Joys. I have no idea where that might be. Look, your friend Evely wants to talk to you, and I need a moment to think this through. But don't worry, I'm with you to the end. I promise.
Evely is not my friend. I would kill her if I had the opportunity.
I am not all right with what just happened. Lyrinth and I managed to find Sombrin and Kalia. We convinced them to come with us. But I had no idea he was going to explode those poor ghosts. Did I hear correctly? The Anchorite is the last ambition?
That's what Emperor Morikar's spirit told us.
That's just... Did you have any idea?
Yes.
Well, I guess that makes it easy enough. Now we know where all the ambitions are. Did you learn anything else before Sombren blasted them into non-existence?
Dude, it was so obvious that she was the last ambition. Honestly, who wasn't expecting that? Except you, Evely. You're fucking ditzy-ass bitch. Morikar said the Emperors had a contingency plan. We can learn about it on the Isle of Joys.
Wait a moment. I know that name. Remember Lyrinth had me comb through the Longhouse Emperor's documents? That name was listed as one of their hunting retreats. But I couldn't find any other information. Do you know where it is?
Morikar said it was a retreat located not too far from the Brandfire Reformatory.
That's why the map didn't make sense. It wasn't a map of Tamriel. It's the Deadlands. All right, my friend. Let's go see what we can find at the Isle of Joys. Mehrunes Dagon could move against us at any moment.
You're one of us, Anchorite. An ambition. Do you know what that means?
I don't know a lot of things, it seems.
I can answer your questions. Come with us to a place meant only for ambitions. I'll show you.
No. We need to stay together.
I'm sorry, Lyrinth. I need to do this.
Damn it. That was a mistake that may cost us dearly. Mortals. Always so unpredictable. As annoying as that is, perhaps that's what keeps me so interested. You and Evely head to the Isle of Joys. See what you can find there. I will follow the Anchorite. I want to keep an eye on Sombren.
Do you know this place Sombren was talking about?
No. And his erratic behavior worries me. Mortal minds were not meant to read the Mysterium, Xarxes. I'm wary about him separating the Anchorite from us as well. We're going to find her once you determine the nature of this contingency plan.
You seem pretty angry when the Anchorite decided to go to Sombren and Kalia.
My reaction is irrelevant. The Anchorite recently had her memories returned to her and has yet to make sense of them all. Now she discovers she's also an ambition of Mehrunes Dagon, and a tool of a father she didn't know. I understand her motivations.
How will you follow them?
Have you not realized after all this time that I have my ways, little mortal? I found Sombren and Kalia once. I can do so again. In the meantime, you and Evely should search the Isle of Joys. We must discover this plan that Emperor Morikar spoke of.
Alright, we are not, and I do emphasize this, we are not talking with Evely. I wish Aarox were here, though. I love Aarox, if that wasn't clear. And if there are any fans of Evely out there, I mean no offense to you. I personally just really don't like her. Well, what do you know? We need to go back to that location we discovered. I'd say we got lucky there, already discovering it.
Hide!
Alright, here we are.
That's the island over there. This portal should get us across. Look, Imperial ruins. This must be the Isle of Joys.
Obviously, Emily.
A map. It looks like the inside of one of those doom vaults we found. Hang on to that. The Ego Nimic? What's that?
A jewelry box.
That ring looks a lot like the Anchorite's amulet. It might... I think we found everything. Let's figure out what this stuff tells us. All right, this was a productive trip. At least Emperor Morikar's ghost didn't lie about leaving stuff here. Let's review what we found.
The ring looks like a companion piece to Anchorite's amulet.
Yeah, I noticed that straight away. Maybe they were part of a set, and this one was Emperor Morikar's? And look, it has some weird runes etched into the surface. It might be important. Hold on to it. What about that journal?
The journal mentions something called the Ego
Let me
Nimic.
see. The Ego Nimic is some sort of name? Says it has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon. That's huge. But whatever we need to access it isn't here. It's in the Anchorite's vault. I still can't believe she's an ambition. What about that map?
It's definitely one of those doom vaults. There's a location marked inside the vault.
Didn't we explore all the vaults in Blackwood? Wait a moment. I did read about one other vault. Doom Vault Volpanaz. It was cracked open and ransacked during Varen's revolution, so I assumed any ambition inside it was long gone.
I've been to Doom Vault Volpanaz.
Really? You explored another vault without me? You're trying to make me look bad. What did you find? Tell me there was something there that connects to all this. Did you get to search it all?
I explored a good deal.
I guess if you'd found the key to a weapon that could banish Mehrunes Dagon in there, you would have told us about it.
Most
Well, we
likely.
can't give up now. This is still worth looking into. Maybe this mark indicates a hidden portion of the vault you didn't spot last time. We have to at least try. I'll meet you there.
Here we are. Fargrave? Why does it want us to go to Fargrave? Ah, so we can go back to Leowin, that's why. Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Good, you're here. Let's find the spot indicated on the map. to this place.
Gotcha. Very confused. What are we looking for? Yeah, I'm really confused, beekos.
You brought the map of the vault with you from the Isle of Joys, right? Let's go to the location it specified. There has to be something there that can lead us to the Ego-Nimic.
Okay, but what is the location it's specifying? Damn it.
Those runes are similar to the ones on the ring. There must be... I knew that ring was important. All right.
Alright, there we go. Let's just hide in from us.
Is this where the anchorite used to live? Looks like that's Sombrin's diary. I guess he and Kalia spent some time here. Did he write down anything that can help us? So Sombrin and Kalia came here at some point, after they left us and went to the Deadlands? I wonder what they were looking for. So, anything good in Sombrin's diary?
Sombrin used his power to access this hidden chamber, but he couldn't open the chest over there.
He's not on the same level as the writer of the Investigator Vale stories, but his writing isn't bad. Interesting. Does he know about the egonymic? It doesn't seem like it. He just says he thinks something important is inside that chest.
If he couldn't open it, how can
Hey
we?
now, positive thoughts. Let's examine
Fuck
the
your
chest.
positive thoughts.
Maybe the ring will help. It got us into this hidden chamber. Who knows what else it can do? This enchantment looks powerful. That's unusual. I have absolutely no idea what that is.
Mortals,
There she is.
we have a problem. That fool ambition. He will ruin everything. You both need to come with me. Sombrin has turned to Mehrunes Dagon, and he plans to take Kalia and the anchorite with him. We must stop him.
What do you mean Sombrin has turned to Mehrunes Dagon?
How clear must I make it, little mortal? He has Kalia and the anchorite, attempting to force them to go with him. He plans to present them all to the Prince of Destruction. We must get to an Ilarch
dear.
summit and stop him.
Alright, let's go.
When I left to retrieve you, Sombrin was attempting to wrestle power from each of the other ambitions and take it for himself. He will turn that power over to Mehrunes Dagon unless we intervene. Quickly, through the portal. There is no time.
Portals! I think I'm finally getting used to them. Let's go.
This isn't good.
As before, the properties of this accursed mountain play havoc with my mind.
Hostility eventually. Let's just get the fuck to the top and be as hurriesome as possible.
Over here, mortal. Sombrin took Kalia and the anchorite through that door.
Sombrin, stop! This is insane! We're not coming with you!
Only Mehrunes Dagon can teach us, help us control our powers. It's all in his book. And I can't let you interfere. Destron, deal with them!
Destron? Sombrin! What have you done?
obey. You will not pass!
forward.
Doing what's necessary, Kalia. For all of us. Your power is better off in my hands.
Sombrin, leave her alone!
Yikes.
Sombrin didn't expect you to fight back, Anchorite. Well done.
What did I just do?
We should go too. I will summon a portal to take us to Fargrave. Kalia and the Anchorite will be safe here. Come, little mortal. Let's talk. I did not expect Sombrin to turn against us, or for him to try to take the power of the remaining ambitions. He now possesses the power of Destron and Kalia as well as his own. If he hands that power to Dagon, neither of us will like the results.
What do you suggest?
I am still considering our options. At least we have the Anchorite, and she still has her powers. That is enough for now. You did well, mortal. Against all odds, you continue to prevail. Take this with my gratitude and prepare for what comes. Now that we can confer in the relative safety of Madame Wim's establishment, tell me what you discovered on the Isle of Joys. Did the spirit of Emperor Morcar speak true? Is there a weapon that can be used against Mehrunes Dagon?
The Longhouse Emperors had a plan to banish Mehrunes Dagon with something called the Egonymic.
Let me see the documents you found. I am familiar with Nimics, but not this Egonymic. If it truly has the power to banish Mehrunes Dagon, then no wonder the Longhouse Emperors kept it hidden. And what did you find in the Doom Vault?
We found this Daedric relic hidden in a chest, but we don't know what it is.
Interesting. And you found this in the vault? The one Morikar claimed belonged to his daughter? Then show it to the Anchorite. Perhaps she can remember something and ascertain its purpose. We will need some advantage the next time we face Sombrin. Our best hope lies in the Anchorite now. Show her the Daedric relic you recovered from her vault. Let her study it and extract its secrets. Perhaps some of her memories will become clear when she examines it.
Tell me more about Nimics.
Simply put, a Nimic is a Daedra's true name. Some of us have many, others only one. If another knows these secret names, they can wield great power and influence over the Daedra they belong to. Mortals use them in their incantations to compel us.
So what do you think the Egonymic is?
As a guess, it might be a stronger, more potent version of a Nimic. If we gain access to it, we might be able to weaken Mehrunes Dagon. Perhaps even banish him to the darkest corner of the Deadlands, as the Longhouse Emperors intimated.
Why do you think Sombrin is doing this? He was our friend.
As we have discussed at length, friendship is an alien concept to my kind. I cannot comment on why mortals do the things they do, and I see little point in spending time agonizing over what could have been. Our time is better spent devising a plan. Let us solve one problem at a time, mortal. The relic first, then Sombren. He has studied the Mysterium Xarxes and gained the power of 2 of the 3 remaining ambitions. He will make his way to Mehrunes Dagon's side as soon as he is able.
It's just one thing after another, isn't it? I've barely had time to process the fact that I'm an ambition, or even learn what that really means. I'm sorry I couldn't stop Sombren from taking his powers. It all happened so fast.
We found this in your vault. Do you know what it is?
I had a vault? Yes. I remember something about a place where they put me when I was being trained by Sister Seldina. Let me see. It does feel familiar. Like trying to remember a dream upon waking. Am I supposed to do something with this?
We think it might be useful against Sombren and Dagon.
Then I better remember what it is and how to use it, right? Put the relic on the table over there. Let me get a better look at it. Maybe something will come to me.
Mehrunes Dagon provided parts of himself to create the 4 ambitions. These parts make up his egonymic and give the ambitions their power. The egonymic can be used to weaken Dagon, to compel him back to oblivion should the need to do so arise. All 4 parts of the egonymic must be used to even attempt this course of action. We will only use it as a last resort.
I know this. A low and constant hum at the back of my mind. A part of me, but also a part of something else. I think that's how we recognized each other, Sombren and me.
So, the Longhouse Emperors were not as reckless as I thought. Mortal, I have an idea. As I surmised, the egonymic is a more powerful version of a nymic. Perhaps only the princes have them, since I never heard of them before. Sombren has 2, perhaps even 3 of the 4. We cannot allow him to return that power to Mehrunes Dagon.
You said you had an idea?
Sombren was able to take Kalia's power. His summoning of Destron's spirit at the summit suggests he also has Destron's somehow, as well as his own. We need to do what he did and steal that power from him for ourselves.
Can you do that?
Oh, not me, little mortal. The Anchorite. She's the 4th ambition. If Sombren truly seeks Dagon, then he's heading for the prince's capital, Destruction's Solace. We need someone who can lead us through that fortress so we can intercept him.
Do you have someone in mind?
Who else but Arox the Mutilator? The Daedrat was once Mehrunes Dagon's most powerful general. He must have visited the city multiple times over the centuries. Arox crawled off toward the shambles when I told him I had no time to remove his curse.
I'll go to the shambles and find Arox.
And while you track down Arox, I will gather what allies I can. We will need more than those of us here to breach the walls of Solace and take on Sombren. Meet me at Wretched Spire. Dagon's gaze never reaches that corner of the Deadlands.
Alright, Arox, my man. We gotta go see him again. Oh, I see. We need to go up this way. I am really loving, like, the Deadlands and Blackwood stuff, though. This is so neat.
The Daedrat will be punished for this transgression.
That little beast killed my guard and nearly bit my ear off. And it talked! They aren't supposed to do that! My master, Nifazon, the shadow that screams eternal, will not be pleased. Perhaps you've heard of him?
This matter does not concern you, mortal. The Daedrat will be dealt with soon enough. Do not needlessly involve yourself in the Grasp's affairs unless you are ready to deal with the consequences.
That Daedrat is a friend of mine.
This creature is your pet. He killed the mortal of a very prominent Daedra. I am prepared to take him to our holding cells. If you want him released to your custody instead, you will have to compensate the Daedra.
And how do I go about doing that?
The stricture recognizes the destruction of Daedric property as a crime. But since the only loss was a mortal life, a fine is considered acceptable recompense. If you pay it, I will consider the matter finished. This compensation is adequate. The Daedrat is free to go.
Master, you came back for me.
That's it? What about my dead guard?
Acceptable compensation has been received for the mortal life.
Unbelievable.
Thank you for freeing me again, mortal man. I shall shred the ankles of your foes once more, claw out their eyes and snip at their hair. Whatever you ask of me.
We need your help getting into Destruction Solace.
You wish to challenge Mehrunes Dagon in his own city? A bold strategy. But I have come to expect nothing less from you, Master. Destruction Solace is a quiet, haunted place. Ghosts prowl the streets, and Mehrunes Dagon basks in their agony.
Do you know how to get inside?
Oh, very much so. Arox has been there many times. The city walls are impenetrable, even by magical means. But I know of one specific location that would allow Lyranth to portal us through, if she is still a part of this.
Yes, she's gathering allies at Wretched Spire. Will you join us?
You can count on your faithful servant. It will be my honor to fight alongside you once more. You do remember that when mortals die, they usually don't come back, though, right? I have no such concerns for myself, but, Master, I worry about you.
Hop in my pack,
Let us
Arox.
make haste, Master. The anchorite is one of these so-called ambitions. Does that make her an ally or an enemy, Master?
Probably a bit of both.
Why concern yourself with this? We can outlast the mortals.
Perhaps, but the chaos threatens.
Oh, this is Wretched Spire. Okay.
There you are, finally. Now we can begin.
This is your army? Were I still in possession of my true form, the ground would shake with my laughter.
I was not finished.
Wait, is that?
This we can work with. I know a spot where you can open a portal into Dagon City.
Very good, Arox. Come, mortal. We have plans to finalize.
I have found that the fight for the nest sometimes begins at the border of the swamp. But this is certainly the farthest I have traveled to defend my home. I am ready to fight at your side again.
My love! Okay. How are things in Gideon?
Gideon fares well. Many of those who secretly served Von Dacia tried to creep back into their burrows after Fort Redmayne. But my Blackfens are good at digging up mud crabs of the two-legged sort. They cannot escape justice by hiding.
Thank you for coming.
The leader who would stand in front of her people must be ready to share their dangers. Where else do I belong, if not here? When do I stand and fight, if not now?
Okay, I'm gonna at least talk to Irux.
Even facing terrible and certain death, your allies come. You have built this army. Now you must lead it to glory. My whiskers quiver in anticipation of the coming battle.
Do you think we stand a chance?
Not at all. But the attempt will be glorious. I mean, of course, Master. It will be difficult, but I will be there to assist you. Right up until the very end.
I gathered allies, those who have fought by your side in the past. You certainly accumulated a lot of them in your travels. Let us hope that between them and the Daedrat's knowledge of the Force, it will be enough.
What's our plan?
I will open a portal to get us inside the walls of the city, as Arox suggests. After that, our allies deal with the bulk of Solus's defenses, while to intercept Sombrin before he hands over his power to Mehrunes Dagon.
What if Sombrin has already given his power over?
Optimism will serve us better than pessimism in this, mortal. But the sooner we begin, the better. Take a moment to speak with your allies if you want. Then let me know when you are ready.
ready.
Pay heed to Arox the Mutilator, Daedra and mortals! Make haste to Destruction Solace! It lies west of here, where the Sever becomes the bird. To glory!
Remember, we need to find Sombrin so the Anchorite can take his power.
Once we gather at the gates of...
I don't think she's gonna open a portal.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Oh my god, it's so good seeing Keshu back.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
There we go.
Yeah! Yeah!
Mehrunes Dagon's capital. This is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
For Black Marsh!
Did you expect to battle my legions? Foolish mortals. I have already won.
Hey! What's happening? Run!
Relax, mortal. I have you.
Ooh, ooh.
I was barely able to get a hold of you before the spell dispersed you along with the others. I was a fool to think we could challenge a Daedric prince. Mehrunes Dagon is one step ahead of us and we've already lost.
We're not done yet, Lyrinth. Where are the others?
Fighting for their lives, scattered to the far corners of this fortress, no doubt. You do not possibly have time to find them all. Mehrunes Dagon seeks to distract you from reaching Sombrin. Do not lose sight of that goal. Good luck, little mortal.
Good luck. Where are you going?
We have reached that point we knew was coming. The place where our paths diverge. You must deal with Sombrin for the sake of your world, while I seek the knowledge I came here to acquire. I think I know what Dagon has planned, though.
You do? What is he planning?
Complete the bargain made with the Longhouse Emperors. He will use Sombrin to access Nirn, then take back the power of the Ambitions in order to merge your world with the Deadlands. It was his plan all along. I do hope you survive, mortal.
I can't do this without you, Lyrin.
Your needs are irrelevant and no longer my concern. Find your way through the fog. Perhaps you can gather your allies along the way. Remember, you must defeat Sombren and employ the Egonimic against Mehrunes Dagon before he merges the worlds.
Hey, partner! Right here! The anchorite ran ahead. I can see a door on the other side. Keep going!
Damn it! Stop the might of Ojel Greel.
You made it. Great. Come on. Sombren is close. I can sense him.
You are insects. Less than insects. With the power of the ambitions, sooner ye shall be mine.
Get down. Stay low.
Soon the pact will be fulfilled. My victory is inevitable. What was freely given has nurtured, and will be freely returned.
This is gonna be awesome!
Go, Master! I will shred the feet of any who pursue you!
Sombren, when I begin the merging, I will need the power of the ambitions to complete it. Sombren, open the portal to Nirn.
Sombren's gonna betray it.
Forward, my warriors. The way to the mortal realm is clear.
Yes, Lord Dagon. Your will is my command.
No! I cannot. He's too powerful. One moment. I will gather your allies. transferring his power to Mehrunes Dagon. We must separate the key from the lock. Free the weapons here and use them to distract Dagon as you get closer to Sombra. Prevent Sombra from transferring his power. Go!
Nothing is gonna stop me.
I'm with you, champion. We will defeat them together.
Gaius! Hey, my man!
More beasts incoming. Be ready. Well done, champion. Now let us put these weapons to good use.
We will draw Dagon's attention from here. Get to Sombra.
Is this the best Dagon can throw at us?
Elam? Oh my god!
This is your great plan, champion. Throwing pebbles? I will teach you true destruction. There you are. The doomed leader of this pathetic rebellion.
Did I beat
Are
Moloch?
your people prepared for your death?
Dagon! I'm the one you want, right? Come and get me! Go! I'll keep Dagon busy.
I will not allow you to
Have you
interfere!
come to fulfill your purpose? Insolent pests, you will fall. I will savor your dying breaths. There you are. So this is where you choose to die.
This ends here! I'll pull the ego mimic from him! Use it against Dagon!
Armada cadaver, bitch.
Strike now!
Be free. You dare strike me.
Keep fighting! We'll be alright!
Man, he's putting up more of a fight than Moloch all did.
Arise, Sombren. I still have use of you.
Why are you fighting me? You want Destron to have died for nothing?
Feel my fury!
Dagon! I cannot do this on my own! Aid me!
I'll draw the ego mimic out of Sombrin. Use it against Dagon.
You will pay for that! Arrogant vermin!
Hold on, I need a moment.
Your world is mine, mortals!
Your world don't belong to me.
There is still work to be done.
I will not fail you!
Your destruction is inevitable.
It's getting destroyed here, Dagon.
Fear not. Fire Super.
Remora, why do you oppose me?
Impressive, Prince Dagon.
I'll pull the ego mimic from him. Use it against Dagon.
Do you think you've won? That you could triumph over me? Fools! You have only seen a fraction of my power.
We stand with you, champion!
Fuck yeah!
To die together. So be it.
Tridazon, please, war kisses. I hate wasting expensive arrows on the likes of you. You can't keep this up. It's too much.
It is time.
Eat arrows,
Call for the final piece of the Egonimic.
Hold on while I summon the power. Now, champion, use the ego mimic against Dagon.
This cannot be. Curse you, mortal! I am absolute. I am inevitable. No.
We did it! He's gone! Is it really over?
Well done, little mortal. You were successful.
I have the power of all 4 ambitions now. It feels like my head is going to burst.
Then I shall relieve you of it, Ankurai.
What are you doing?
You have done well, mortals. Your realm is safe. I consider our venture together a success, but we must part ways. That portal will take you back to Wretched Spire. I have what I need. We will not see each other again.
The power of the ambitions. She took it all. But the ego Nimic worked. We defeated Dagon. We really did it.
I'm so used to running off to the next disaster, it feels strange to have a moment of peace. Am I dreaming, or do we really have a moment to breathe?
You're not dreaming. But it is odd, isn't it?
You did it! You banished Mehrunes Dagon and saved Tamriel. How does it feel being a big hero and all that? None of this would have been possible without you, you know. You were right there from the very beginning.
You're damn right. Tamriel should be safe from Mehrunes Dagon now.
Absolutely. Tamriel owes us a huge clap on the back, if I do say so myself. It's been a long journey, but we're finally at the end. Let's enjoy this victory. We certainly earned it. And you, most of all. You big hero, you. Now that the dust has settled, I'm not really sure what to do with myself. I suppose we should probably check in with a few people. Word probably travels fast with something this big, but we can't count on that.
Wait, there's a...
Now that the dust has settled, I'm not really sure what to do with myself. I suppose we should probably check in with a few people.
Who do you want to check in with?
As many as we can. Let's get everyone in the same place so we can all collectively catch our breath. Everything happened so fast after we kicked Dagon in his ugly face, we didn't really get a chance to talk. Maybe we could all meet in Leowin?
What do you need me to do?
I'd tell you to put up your feet, but I know you better than that by now. You never sit still for long. So I say we head to Fargrave and start by checking in with Kalia and Madam Wim first. We don't even know if they've heard what happened yet.
I'll meet you in Fargrave.
I'll meet you in Fargrave at the House of Wims. Once we talk to Madam Wim and Kalia, we can...
Where's Arox? There you are!
What a battle! Glorious! Blood drenches the ground of Destruction Solace, and Mehrunes Dagon's defeat shudders throughout the realm. To witness your triumph was my greatest honor, Master.
How did you fare in the rest of the battle?
Excellently. While you pursued Sombrin, I helped the others hold back the forces of Mehrunes Dagon. I lost count of the foes I felled in your name. My whiskers tremble with the memory of their last moments.
How did you escape?
Just when I thought we might be overwhelmed, a great and sudden force seemed to freeze the Deadlands entirely. Our adversaries halted in their tracks, clearly by the event. We used the distraction to fall back, for we knew the was done.
Thank you for your help,
Of course, Master. The very foundations of this plane trembled with your might. A legion of Daedric eyes and ears bore witness to your victory. And will never forget such a resounding defeat. It was my honor to be a part of so monumental.
What do you plan to do
Within this
now?
small body beats the massive heart of a titan. You have reminded me that my fight is not yet done, and I can still be of use. I am finished feeling sorry for myself, and hope is not lost. Perhaps one day I can reclaim my true form.
Is that possible?
Possible? You stormed the gates of Destruction Solace and brought Mehrunes Dagon to his knees. And you brought your allies home safely. Nothing seems impossible after witnessing that. If a cure for this curse exists, I will find it.
Alright, back to Fargrave it is. Oh my god, that was epic. Honestly, though, that is a boss fight worth the wait. A boss fight we've been denied since roughly 2006. Yeah, 2006. And it was well worth the wait. That was... I'm not sure how... if those of you who have also played through it, and defeated that, I'm not sure how y'all feel about that. That was epic. That is worth the wait. And... Mehrunes Dagon. God damn. Man, that was just well fucking worth it in my opinion. Oh, this game just finds more and more ways to make me fall in love with it. But we beat Mehrunes Dagon, and I honestly want to know what y'all's opinion on that boss fight was.
You did well, regardless of where the powers of the ambitions now rest.
I agree. You defeated Mehrunes Dagon. That's incredible.
And there's the
The small wood elf has an oversized persona. Rather like a Banekin, I suppose. She informed me of the rendezvous in Leowin. Kalia and I will be sure to attend. There is something I'd like to bring to your attention first.
What is it?
There have been strange magical occurrences in the city. They started quite recently, and while I do not know for sure, I have a theory about these incidents. After hearing what transpired in Sundercliff, I believe they may be connected to Lyrinth.
Is Lyrinth a Daedric prince now? Holy shit!
The little wood elf told us that Lyrinth stole the power of the ambitions. Even for someone as capable as Lyrinth, all of that energy could be overwhelming. That power is volatile. It may leak from her core until she manages to control it.
Do you think that's what's causing the strange magical
I
incident?
cannot say for certain, but if I am correct, it means Lyrinth is somewhere, Ave. And it will only be a matter of time before she learns to wield that power without leaving a trail. This may be your last chance to speak with her. I do not know if you will find Lyrinth, but you may as well try.
Lyrinth, huh? I'll help you look. Let's meet at the Plaza of Portals in a bit to compare notes.
Oh my god, if Lyrinth is like the Daedric Prince of Fargrave, that would be awesome.
Stop stuffing your gullet! Madam will be displeased if we do not keep moving!
Even a Dremora of my talents cannot hope to stand alone against the Dagonists and an army of living disasters. You nothing, mortal. As for what I paid, I'd rather not discuss it. We have reached that point we knew was coming. The place where our paths diverge. Little mortal, come to take in the view? I had a feeling you would not rest until you found me, little. I skirted the wood elf earlier, but I know better than to keep you from your goal. I assume you wish to speak with me. So,
why did you steal the power of the ambitions?
Steal? Destron is dead, Sombrin is dead, and Kalia was already stripped of hers. I stole nothing. As for the anchorite, she is better off without them. She should thank me for removing that shackle to her past.
Was this your plan all along?
My plan? I started out looking to learn a secret. Where my search would lead, I had no clue. But yes, the more we uncovered, the more I grew interested in the ambition's power. To shift destinies. What happens next? Not your concern.
It doesn't need to end like this, Lyrinth.
Oh, but it does. Where I walk next, no mortal has even ventured. Possibly no Daedra either, for that matter. I will not allow anyone to stand in my way. Not even you. It is time to let me go, little mortal. You have been quite useful, little mortal. You have my thanks, for what it is worth. Wherever I go next, do not attempt to follow. Our paths must diverge, at least for now.
That's disappointing. I thought she was going to become a Daedric prince. But to be honest, Lyrinth, like, would be the type to rule over a place like Fargrave. But I guess my hopes were just too high.
There you are. Did you have any luck? I looked everywhere and talked to everyone I could find. I even gave someone one of my arrows, and then he ran off with it. Ugh, this place. Did you find Lyrinth? I'm at the end of my branch here.
I did. I think that's the last we'll see of her, at least for a while.
Maybe that's for the best. Lyrinth worked as hard as any of us to stop Mehrunes Dagon, but we all understood she wasn't doing it for Nirn's sake. I'm almost afraid to ask, but did she say why she took the power of the ambitions?
She didn't really say.
Figures. Maybe it's silly, but I was hoping for a little reassurance that we didn't just unleash a new threat on the world directly after banishing another. I have a bad feeling about all of this, but there's not much we can do.
We'll just have to wait and see.
You're right. Let's just hope it doesn't come back to bite us anytime soon. Come on, we should get to Leowin. The others should be gathering, and I'll pick up any stragglers we missed on the way. Meet you there?
I'll meet you in Leowin. Oh dear. Evely, you get on my nerves. Alright, we need to go to the castle.
There you are. Good, you're here. I was afraid this crowd would turn ravenous if they had to wait any longer. Don't be alarmed. Looks like everyone's in a good mood. Though I think there's a few more people here than expected.
How did all these people find out where we were meeting?
Apparently, word spread faster than we thought. When I got here, there were already people gathered. Everyone knows what we did in Sundercliff. Evely's trying to muster the courage to say something to all of them, but she could use a little help. Evely's a little nervous. That wood elf can stare down a Daedric prince without blinking, but public speaking? There is the thought. She could use your help.
What will you do
Good
now?
question. I have my memories back, no strange ambition powers to speak of, and nothing riding on my shoulders. I could do anything. I think I'm going to stay close to Kalia for a bit. Tamriel is new to both of us. We can navigate it together.
Will you go back to Fargrave eventually?
Of course, it's my home. Or at least the closest thing I've ever had to one. But I'm excited to familiarize myself with Tamriel. There's so much I don't know. Besides, having Kalia as a travel companion will be nice. We could both use the company.
Look at all these people! I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's not that surprising. You've got a habit of bringing all sorts together, don't you? I think they want a speech or something. I can't stick arrows in a speech. What do I say?
Tell them that Mehrunes Dagon is safe from... Tell them that Tamriel is safe from Mehrunes Dagon, thanks to us.
Thanks to you, more like. Sure, everyone here played a part, but no one would be left standing if you hadn't been there. You're the reason Tamriel is safe. I look up to you, you know. You deserve so much more than this. But here, take it.
So, armor and a new mount, question mark?
People? Daedra? Everyone? I'm not particularly great at speeches, so I'll get this over with. Mehrunes Dagon tried to take Tamriel for himself, but we sent his ruddy ass back to oblivion. Now, there's one person who's been in this fight since the start of it, and I want to make sure they get their due. Take a bow, you! Blackwood deserves to celebrate its hero.
Well, that's that, beekos. We've completed all the DLCs, and now all we have to do is wait for the next major chapter to come back, so that's fun. I might take them doing ESO for a while after this, until that next chapter comes out. Or, while I wait, I do the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild quest lines. Not quite sure which one, or if I even want to do those on camera at all. But until the next one, beekos, this has been Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT, and I will see all of you magnificently wonderful people in the one, the only GTA 5, where we will see what's next for Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. So, until then, bye!